Yeah.
But yeah, welcome to another episode of our show, our podcast. I don't like saying the full name; it takes forever to say.
Yeah, it's kind of a mouthful.
TG. Wait, two.
TGO.
B. That's it.
Two
T-Gob.
Gents Opinions, bud.
T-Gob. Welcome to another episode of T-Gob.
T-Gob. There we are. Have you downloaded T-Gob? Sounds disgusting.
Oh, T-Gob. I love my some T-Gob. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, last episode we did favorite movies of 2018, top 5. This year we're doing this episode we're doing favorite most anticipated movies of 2019.
Yes.
In no particular order, and in I don't know.
We're just gonna go one.
Yeah,
for
we're just
one,
gonna we're just gonna rally them off and see what you all think.
We were gonna do top 5 or top 10, but it was like
It's too hard.
Well, yeah, I wrote down like 20 of them, and some of them I'm like not really anticipated for. It's more just like I know.
I want to watch them first and then see if I'm anticipating.
Well, when some don't have trailers, some of them, you know what I mean. It's
That's
like
true.
you
One's
don't
just a
know.
log line, and then there's always one that surprises you that you may see later on
Yeah.
in the year. Like, oh, I didn't really hear much about this movie at this point. But
I got
so we're just
one-
doing it at this point early in the year.
I got one that I'm curious to know. Don't look at my list.
I'm not.
Cheater.
Don't look at my list.
But I'm curious to know if you have heard about it, which I feel like you have, but it looks really cool.
Maybe.
I'm very interested, but we'll get into it.
Okay.
So yeah, do you want to start?
Me? Okay.
Yeah, you can start. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna start in the order I've written them down. Okay, so the first one, is probably one of my highest anticipated ones. It's
That's
actually
the first one.
Yeah, it's actually like it's a Netflix original apparently, which I didn't realize.
Damn, I didn't think to look into those.
Yeah, I
just
know,
went to
right?
tribute.ca.
But this one you will know about probably. But it's Martin Scorsese's next film.
Oh,
Joe Pesci back in action with De Niro and Pacino, The Irishman.
I feel like I've heard about it, but I did not.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've definitely heard
It's-
like rumbling.
it's bringing back Pesci. It's got it's just like Heat. It's De Niro and Pacino.
Still haven't seen Hate.
Oh, you gotta see Heat, man.
I know, I gotta see
It's
it.
so good. It's just like what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's, Pacino and De Niro have like this diner scene where they're just like, brother, I'm gonna take you down.
I know about the scene. Yeah, people. I saw somebody like recite the whole scene before.
Yeah, it's great. The Irishman. I don't really know anything about the premise. I try to keep away from it as possible. I've just seen the cast. I've seen Scorsese, gangster film again, going to be on Netflix. I'm like, it's probably going to give Scorsese pretty much full control of what he does for the content. And like, if it's enough to bring Pesci back into action,
Wait, did he retire? or
he
something?
retired. Yeah.
Oh, really?
pretty much, yeah. I
did
mean,
not know
he did
that.
Home Alone 2, but he hasn't done anything else.
Seriously?
I know. Yeah, he hasn't.
No, these are Lethal Weapon movies.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't acted in a while.
Yeah,
I don't know I couldn't say what the last film he was.
that's crazy. And well, in terms too, well, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I haven't watched a Scorsese. I think the last Scorsese movie I watched was Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, there's only been one since then, Silence.
Yeah, and I had no interest in that.
And then, yeah, like, I kind of wish De Niro had kind of retired with, like, Dirty Grandpa. And
Well, that's what I was gonna say. When's the last time De Niro or Pacino have done a movie that wasn't like a terrible comedy?
That's true. That's the thing, like, because they used to be obviously huge box office draw. And now you kind of see
Really?
them and like, oh, yeah.
Box office, really?
Yeah, like Scarface. He was like, sort of sold
Scarface
out
was a
Pacino.
fucking-
But Heat was sold on the fact that it's Pacino versus De
Yeah,
Niro.
but Scarface was
Pacino.
no, but it wasn't a box office success. It bombed.
No.
That movie is known for only like getting.
but there was-
It's
yeah,
like it's a
okay.
legit cult movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. But yeah, no, they were a box office draw. Sure, certainly. But now that you think about them.
I guess back then you don't have to generate a lot of money to be considered like it wasn't as much back then.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to make $1 billion to be
No,
a
there's a
successful
smaller budget.
franchise.
But yeah, no. So I'm really looking forward to that movie. I don't know much about it, but just the names involved are enough to get me excited. To
Well,
watch
that's okay. Well, then keeping on that theme, I'll just do the same thing. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That was
Tarantino's movie.
That's on my list too.
Just because that's the only thing. I mean, you've seen a picture, which people freaked out about for some reason.
yeah, some like leaked images too. Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate.
Oh, so you haven't seen any of those? I saw the one where it's
Oh, they keep leaking images.
DiCaprio and see, I just saw DiCaprio and
Brad Pitt.
Pitt standing there, and
Yeah.
people are like, "This movie's gonna be amazing."
Also with Pacino. Yeah, this first.
I don't know.
Can
Pacino's
you
in it.
believe that's their first time together in a film?
It
DiCaprio and
seems
Pitt?
hard to think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking that too.
Feels like they have been in a film, but
Feels
no.
like they should have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least like back like even when they were younger too,
Yeah.
like Johnny Depp and DiCaprio, right?
Oh, then Gilbert Grape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Hollywood was also in my list too. Even though like after Hateful Eight, I kind of lost my excitement for Tarantino.
Oh, really? I loved
also.
Hateful Eight. It was one of my favorite Tarantino movies.
I thought it was kind of messy.
I loved it.
I like the first half, and the second half kind of lost my interest.
After the intermission.
Yeah, and then Django Unchained. I love Django Unchained for the longest time. The last 20 minutes just kind of like
Oh yeah, it drags.
yeah.
Well, I love,
it gets like he doesn't know how to end it. He starts to go around in circles, and I worry this is kind of a hard subject to make a Tarantino film on.
Well, people are wondering if he's going to change history like he did for the Hitler one.
Maybe Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah, maybe he kills Charles Manson.
Maybe.
Did
you know that Charles Manson in that film is supposed to be Charles Manson in Mindhunter? So he's playing like two variations.
Charles Manson in Mindhunter?
Yeah, there will be in the new season.
Oh, they're doing it. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was a really good show.
Yeah.
That's the show where it's about the first ever profilers, right?
Yes, the FBI profilers.
Oh, man, that was a really good show. That show was way off on the ending of that show.
Way off?
Yeah, I thought like they kept showing a serial killer coming throughout.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be him.
Okay, yeah.
Like I thought the whole showing of the serial killer, building up to it, and then he almost doesn't kill the guy, and then he's like, I thought it was going to be that guy. He got so unraveled in like profiling serial killers that he became a serial killer, which I think would have been a way better ending. That's a great ending for a show, man. I'm going to make that show.
I mean, it's a real story, so I mean they can't change it too much.
I can do what they want.
I read the book actually; it's pretty interesting. Back to Hollywood. That's a crazy cast: Margot Robbie, Kurt Russell, Pacino, and then obviously Brad Pitt.
I did not know
that Brad Pitt and DiCaprio even.
I haven't even thought, like, all I knew was Tarantino with Brad Pitt and DiCaprio and Margot Robbie. I didn't know Kurt Russell and Shirley were in it.
It's a huge cast. Crazy. But,
it's like Scorsese, eh?
Exactly. I wonder with that cast, though, how much... is it going to be like... Are they going to incorporate everyone in fairly, or is it just going to be like Inglourious Basterds, where it's just little vignettes over 2-3 hours?
Like Michael Myers.
Yeah, exactly. Just pop up, have these small little, like... stories that kind of don't necessarily fit into the narrative as much.
What are you talking about, like Michael Fassbender in Inglourious Basterds, where his scene didn't really have
just like
purpose,
but Inglourious Basterds is kind of just really like a series of vignettes. Like they have the opening sequence, and then there's like the jail, the breakout of the jail kind of thing, and then there's obviously the whole scene with Michael Fassbender and the whole free sign thing.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious. Because, like, Hateful Eight wasn't really like that, so... I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just intrigued because Tarantino.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched a lot of Tarantino. I mean, I feel like I like his newer stuff more than his older stuff. Like, don't really like Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs wasn't bad.
Reservoir Dogs is my favorite.
For me, it'd probably be Inglourious Basterds.
People say that, actually. It's weird. There's like a gap. There's either people who like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, or then Inglourious Basterds.
Still haven't seen Jackie Brown.
It's not one of my favorites of his. Mine's Reservoir Dogs.
I find it's like the Coen Brothers, where people seem to like every second movie or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the Coen Brothers thing?
Yeah.
For me, the Coen Brothers. I'm like,
no one would put Death Proof though.
Death Proof for Tarantino doesn't even count.
No one puts that one. Weirdly enough.
Never saw it either.
Yeah. So.
Alright, what's your next one?
I guess this is. I'm just going to fire off early because I think it's just everyone expects it to be on the top 10 list. It's always going to be. Maybe not yours actually, but the new Star Wars. Like.
Oh yeah, it's not on mine.
Yeah, even though I haven't loved the new trilogy, I haven't like Last Jedi I preferred Last Jedi to Force Awakens, but like.
You preferred Last Jedi to Force Awakens?
Yeah, which is I don't know is an unpopular opinion. I just thought Force Awakens is literally just New Hope but Disneyfied.
Yeah.
And then Last Jedi was a little bit different.
And diversified.
Yeah, true. Can I just say I don't think Daisy Ridley's a good actress at all.
I don't. People say that. I don't have an issue with them.
Very wooden.
No. See, I don't know. I don't see that. But I only know her from. I don't think I've seen her anything else.
That's why I mean, like, there's nothing apart from she's in like Murder on the Orient Express. But
oh, really? Oh, I meant to see that movie. I never saw it.
But yeah, anyway, even though I haven't loved this new trilogy, like I'm still looking forward to. It's a Star Wars movie. At the end of the day, it's still hard not to get hyped, even with this oversaturation of Star Wars right now. But I am kind of looking forward to this. Hopefully, just like ending the Skywalker arc for good, and then we can just move on and do other stuff in that universe.
Do you think he's going to completely retcon Last Jedi? Or do you think he's going to? I don't know if that's the right word. Do you think he's going to completely erase what Colin Trevorrow did and J.J. Abrams, and he's
You mean Rian Johnson?
oh yeah, because Colin Trevorrow
Yeah.
got fired. So you think he's going to completely erase The Last Jedi and do his own thing, like start over, or does he think he's going to carry on? Like,
Well,
do you think he's
that's
going to do what Rian Johnson did to Force Awakens?
I think he'll play to Disney, like the Force Awakens kind of thing.
So it's going to be like Force Awakens, and then
Last Jedi
then Last
completely
Jedi
yeah.
completely fucked with it, and then this new one's
Yeah.
completely fucked
So
with it.
that'll probably mean giving Rey a proper backstory than
Uh-huh.
the one they presented in Last Jedi.
Which I
Maybe
think
bring
should-
back Snoke. I hope not. I think Snoke should just be dead. I kind of like that. Everyone was like, "Oh, they didn't give Snoke. What's the point of having him there?" It's like it's a red herring. It wasn't about him. It was about Adam Driver, Kylo Ren.
I was kind of hoping Snoke was going to be either Luke or Yoda,
Yoda.
I don't know why
I
Yoda.
heard the Emperor.
but Luke would have been cool.
I
Does
heard
Luke?
Vader too.
I don't like because Vader's
He's the
dead.
scars.
though. Vader's going to come back. Watch, they're going to bring Vader back. Yeah, it's not on my list because honestly, I've never been into Star Wars. I just recently watched. I wouldn't say recently, like a couple years ago, watched like A New Hope, like 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
I can't get into them now. They're like trash to me. Like those movies are not like they're fine, but they're not good.
Well,
Like
that's
they're
the
old.
thing. I remember watching them as a kid and you love it.
Yeah.
Especially the originals. I even enjoyed the prequels when I was younger.
See the prequels. I never got into those either. Like I watched Revenge of the Sith in theaters, and it's only one of 2 movies where. Well, I wouldn't say that anymore, but it was the first or second movie at the time that I actually left to go to the bathroom halfway through, just because I didn't care because I didn't see any of the other ones. I was like, this doesn't mean anything to me. So yeah, I just don't really care about Star. I'll go see it. Like I saw Last Jedi in theaters.
Yeah.
Saw Force Awakens. I didn't mind Force Awakens. Didn't mind Last Jedi. They just weren't. Like I watching
That
Last
was
Jedi.
okay for me.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't come out like feeling it was like a Star Wars fan. I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't feel like overawed. I just felt. I mean, the only actually time watching any of the new Star Wars movies, I kind of came out and was like, "Whoa, buzzed!" Was the fight scene in the Red Room kind of thing was just after Snoke gets killed.
That was really cool. Yeah.
That was a great scene. And then in Rogue One, when Vader just goes off at the end.
Yeah.
That I just felt like, whoa.
That's cool, yeah.
I liked Rogue One actually. Probably out of all 4 of them that
See,
come out.
and this just shows how much little I care about Star Wars. I liked A Solo Story. I enjoyed
I
it.
didn't mind. It was just
I
kind of boring.
Got people like I thought it was like I get people's complaints about how it was basically just we're gonna go from scene to scene and show you how he got certain things.
Yeah.
Like how he got his name and shit was
Yeah,
stupid,
yeah.
and how he got like I kind of
How he
like how he
met
met
Chewie.
Chewie. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it was very much like I'm gonna show you everything that happened, and it kind of ruins A New Hope.
Yeah.
Because it's basically them retelling A New Hope. Like he was the rebel who didn't give a shit, and then he came back, and they're just
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
it again.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like he kills Woody
Well,
Harrelson
that's
just out
the
of
thing.
nowhere. It was cool. I like that.
It feels like because the prequels weren't like the original trilogy, Disney are like, we can't do that again. We have to keep what people like about Star Wars and then just rehash it instead of moving on and doing a new story. That's why kind of like Last Jedi at least kind of moved on a little bit. It still had like the elements of Empire Strikes Back, but it wasn't like a direct retelling like Force Awakens was to New Hope.
I just couldn't do those two when Rey and fucking Kylo Ren talk to each other. It's just the dumbest looking scenes. I couldn't do
when
it.
he's randomly shirtless.
Well, I didn't mind that.
Just looking proper squat. It was like,
yeah, that was just weird. Those ones were weird.
It's like he got jacked for that film, and it was just like, I want to show off. Like, just make me shirtless.
No, man, I guarantee you they made him go shirtless.
Maybe.
It's movie, man. It's all
Well,
like
it's
you're
like,
not going shirtless for no reason.
It's like Benedict Cumberbatch in Star Trek, right? He got jacked for it, and then had a shower just for the shower scene, and then they got cut from the movie.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he was so annoyed about that.
So I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, we can keep along with sequels. We'll go the third one. I'll keep along with you. John Wick 3.
I was thinking about John Wick 3. I didn't actually put it in my list though, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not that pumped.
That's why it was like at the top, where it was just like I would just run by. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. Basically, like I liked 1, I liked 2. I thought they were fun. Haven't really rewatched them, but I just love the action in them, and I'm just curious to see kind of where because the way that 2 ended was interesting. I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. It seems like they got a really good cast. I just love the action sequences. So I'll probably go to theater, watch it, enjoy it.
Oh, it's
never see it
like
again.
John Wick was a true surprise.
Yeah.
When it came out, everyone was like, everyone was like, no one really cares. It's gonna be like another generic action movie.
Another generic Keanu Reeves action movie. Yeah.
And then it was weird. It's not like a very new story or anything. It's just had some great sequences. It's like the Raid and Raid 2. It's just like we've seen the story before, but the way it's done is what makes it
Just
interesting and unique.
Go to the theater, watch Keanu Reeves just murder a bunch of people.
Yeah, in
have
pretty
some fun.
kick-ass fashion.
Yeah.
Well, have you heard anything about Replicants? His new film that came out this month.
No, but I just always think it's hilarious that like after Keanu Reeves kind of gets like a really big movie franchise, he starts trying to do other movies where he tries to act.
Yeah,
And I love you, Keanu Reeves, man. I love Keanu Reeves, but he's
not the nicest guy in Hollywood, and you want to root for him.
oh yeah, but he's just
Uh,
so like he's so much better suited for these kind of movies.
When
Like he's an amazing
The
actor.
silent, like, yeah,
He's like
modern day Clint Eastwood.
okay, that's
Actually,
you.
no, Clint Eastwood's a good, I think, better actor.
Well, I was gonna say he could do more action movies. Like he could. This is kind of like I could see this being his Mission Impossible franchise, like Tom Cruise.
Basically, is.
He's up there in age, and
They say this is the trilogy film. I think it's going to be more. There'll be like 5 of them. They'll probably recast John Wick at some point and bring him back. Like they did
no, it's
before.
gonna be like Ethan Hunt. They're never gonna fucking replace him, man.
Or-
Tom Cruise has been
yeah.
Ethan Hunt for all 6 movies.
And Keanu Reeves doesn't age.
Yeah.
Famously.
And they're both around. I think they're both in their 50s. Like,
Yeah. But there's a weird thing.
Easily.
He started in his 50s, or at least 40s.
Who?
Keanu Reeves. Started
Action
as John
movie?
Wick. Started as
oh, John Wick. Sorry, I was gonna thought you meant action movies. Yeah, but still, he could still pop out another 3 of these. Like, I'm sure they're not. Like this one came pretty
I
quick.
could see them being like an apprentice one. Or
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like, you know how Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something like
And
that.
it's gonna be me.
It's
And
gonna
everybody's
be
gonna hate me.
Keanu Reeves,
Suck.
Dylan Fleury, John Wick 4,
Sucks.
The Wickening,
Yes. But yeah, that's all. Yeah,
John Wick
3.
Carter.
Yeah, John Wick Carter. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, my next one to kind of move on to an original. Oh, actually, no, we talked about originals already. But go back to an original, but a different kind of tone. Jojo Rabbit, the new Taika Waititi.
Oh yeah, I
film.
forgot you dropped. Yeah.
I
Oh no,
feel-
John
I keep-
told me that yesterday. I forgot
Yeah,
that.
I keep forgetting about it too. Like it, where he's going to be playing Hitler.
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
That's the thing. I'm like, it's a war story, and then it's going to be about like prisoners of war and like a concentration camp and that, and he's going to be playing Hitler.
This
I
is
mean,
a weird time to be playing.
I mean, Chaplin did it, but that was
It's a little
before
different.
everyone knew what was going on.
Yeah, and like I mean, especially in this culture, you just say the word Nazi and people lose their shit.
Yeah,
If he's gonna play
he's
Hitler,
playing with fire.
like this,
But
I feel like this movie's gonna get boycotted before it even. Like I feel nobody knows about it yet, but once it
That's
starts
the thing.
making
Because
like a trailer or
even
something,
though he
people
did
are-
Thor Ragnarok, he's still not like a household name.
no, because I guarantee you nobody knows who directed that movie.
No,
It's
exactly.
like James Gunn.
Oh,
That's why I don't care. Fans don't care about Guardians 3. With James Gunn, they're like, we want another Guardians movie because people don't understand how much.
It was James Gunn influence.
Yeah,
Like, Thor
100%.
Ragnarok was a complete different tonal change to the first two, and because that's the thing I liked about it, because it seemed like Marvel were very against letting auteurs do their kind of thing, put their stamp in the movie. Like with Ant-Man, that's what it seemed like Edgar Wright is having a kind of problem with. Even though there is Edgar Wright aspects in Ant-Man, like the whole Michael Pena retelling the story.
Yeah, that's
and
all
everything.
Edgar Wright.
Yeah, you can still see the stamp there, but it felt like they didn't want to go far down that route. But before Ragnarok, they seemed to let Taika Waititi be Taika Waititi as much as he wanted to be.
So I think, yeah, I mean, don't want to go too deep in that, but I think basically Marvel just tried to build up their franchise to start off, and they were just trying to make superhero movies, and then once they kind of got a foothold and they knew they had that fan base and knew people would go see them,
Yeah.
they started giving people free range.
People
Like
trust
James
it.
Gunn would be the first one where they're
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
here's this fucking franchise, just do something with it.
Well, it's like the things like who even no one really knew the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I had no fucking clue.
No clue.
When they said a tree and a raccoon, and I'm like, okay, and then you see, you're like, holy
I
fuck.
kind of wanted to watch it. It looked fun, like, but yeah, I had no knowledge of them prior,
Mhm.
and it was great. And everyone loves Guardians.
And now Marvel is very good. Like their best ones are either the big team up ones or the funny individual, which they're doing a lot. Like Black Panther is very much Ryan Coogler and Taika
Yes.
Waititi's Thor. And yeah,
Exactly.
but anyways, shouldn't get on that.
100%. I
Sidetrack.
kind of do want to see Edgar Wright do for the Ant-Man, but yeah, but like we're going.
He wants to do. Oh fuck! What do you want to? He was on a podcast and he said there was a certain character he wanted to do. I can't remember what it was. But yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I think I love Hunt for the Wilder People, and I loved What We Do in the Shadows, and Eagle vs Shark. Even going back a little bit further, and Taika Waititi's, and Boy. So I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to it with a side of caution because of the subject matter, and it does feel like Taika Waititi doing like a very personalized war movie.
No, see, I don't. I think I'll enjoy it, but I just see it getting a lot of backlash.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be a
exactly.
good. It's obviously going to be funny. It's
I
on
hope
TV.
it is. But it's not. I'm not as pumped for it as maybe if it was another.
If it just wasn't it.
Yeah, if it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. It just when you throw that word in, it's just kind of like
it's kind of hard.
Where are we going with this?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to really. It would be interesting to see what he does though.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit. Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
Interesting title as well. You know what's going to happen? People are going to think it's a kids' film, and I'm going to try and bring their kids to it, and then there'll be complaints because it's got Hitler, it's funny, it's Taika Waititi.
So the funny thing that I saw was when John brought it up the other day, and I instantly thought of when it's like animated rabbit movie. Isn't there an animated rabbit movie called Joe Rabbit or something like that?
Yeah, Peter Rabbit. And
Peter Rabbit, that's what I was thinking of, and I instantly thought like. Taika Waititi's doing like an animated Peter Rabbit movie.
I also feel like Watership Down just dropped on Netflix. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. Okay, so it's a very dark animated film about rabbits. The original was where literally they've got rabbits just like tearing like the shit out of each other.
I like it.
And it's just a really dark and emotional film. There's like rabbit ghosts and stuff like that, and all this thing. And then I haven't seen the Netflix version, but Netflix just redid it, and it kind of looks fluffed up a little bit. But yeah, I think people watch Watership Down with the same expectation. It's a nice kids film.
Yeah,
but it's really not.
Hilarious.
And I think people are going to go into Jojo Rabbit, even though it's like it's not to do with like animated rabbits, but people are going to be like, oh, Jojo Rabbit, that sounds like a fun family clip.
But those people are morons if they don't do any research.
That's the
at
thing.
all.
This is going to bring kids into a family.
Yeah, I feel like that's not going to happen. Especially to go to the theater nowadays, parents are going to make sure like they read reviews and shit.
Well, you were talking about Mowgli the other day, right? The Andy Serkis's Netflix one.
That's different.
Yeah, but people should still look at the age rating. And
they should still look at it, but I guarantee you they were probably just like, 14. Like I'm sure.
They're probably like,
honestly, there was nothing like even bad like that. It was just that one scene that people were
like, I don't want to interact with my kids. Let's just throw this random movie on so they can just sit there passively while I go and do something else.
Yeah. The funny thing is that I don't know if Jungle Book is on, but like Jon Favreau released a Jungle Book that's the watered down version of it, not watered down, but like the real version of it. But yeah. Parents are stupid, man. People are stupid.
Yeah. People take away from this podcast. People are stupid, including us.
I'll try to stick on that theme here. Of a director making. Actually, it's not a similar theme at all. We'll just do like an individual one. I don't know. I was trying to like connect it.
That's a great segue.
Jordan Peele's Us.
Yep, I have that one on my list too.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer?
I did, and I actually kind of I was away when it came out, so I waited until I got back. It does look pretty creepy, and I've heard like it's I've heard like it's connected to Get Out. He's making like a horror universe.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Way to ruin it. Spoilers. I would have went in and not know.
If it's a spoiler.
Right? No, I'm just kidding. No, it's cool though. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks interesting. It looks creepy. I mean, I don't really understand what's going on, but that's
the thing. And I like the idea that it's connected because Get Out is, I mean, even though it's grounded, it does have like an element of supernatural to it.
Yes.
Like that's not possible to do what they do. So the idea that this could also be a part of it, I kind of like that. Maybe it's like, like it's like your deepest, like your shittiest part of yourself kind of comes out and tries to kill yourself. I don't know, but like I said, like the intro, I remember the first part of the trailer when they're just singing in the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This is weird. And then it just starts getting creepier, and that song is like a creepy version of the song.
Yeah. Well, it's like a run, rabbit, run, run, run.
It's just
like from Get Out, he just makes non-creepy songs.
Yeah, creepy. Sounds creepy, and like you said, no idea what it's about. Don't even want to try to figure out what it's about because I know I'm too stupid to try to break it down. I don't know if it's going to be pretty generic, kind of like Get Out was. Get Out was very like, even though you weren't sure what's going on, it was pretty standard. It's like, they're just brain transplants.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it.
If you haven't seen it, like, whatever. But yeah, Us, it's just looks creepy. I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters. I feel like it's going to be way too like Get Out wasn't bad, but I feel this one's going to be able to do it. Yeah,
horror
and
movies
people just in general, people screaming.
That's what gets me
way worse.
Like, I'm waiting for someone to. Like, I remember I sat next to like a screamer.
Yeah,
and it was like I don't know if you've seen The Gift, the Joel Edgerton movie.
Yeah.
Which isn't that scary.
No, he has bullshit fucking jump scares.
There's one jump scene with the shower.
Like a cat or something.
She literally just shrieked in my ears the whole rest of the movie. I'm like tense because that was more scary than someone just going to scream at me.
That's why I hate going to.
Yeah.
So I think, but really intrigued by it. That trailer looked really cool. Looked creepy. And I'm too I think Jordan Peele. I'm pumped to see his Twilight Zone show.
That'll be interesting.
I feel like it's going to be really, really good.
I hope he doesn't get caught in a niche though. Like if he's done Get Out and he's doing another horror movie, he's just going to be doing the same kind of things.
Well, but it's he was
I
starting
mean,
comedy,
as long as
right?
as long as he's good at what he does.
So I
I'm
think
not
he's
gonna
going to do a
complain.
good job of blending comedy and horror
Yeah, there
in
was funny-
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone's going to be really good for that, and it's going to be because apparently Adam Scott's he's remaking the William Shatner plane episode with Adam Scott.
Sorry.
The William Shatner plane
Oh right,
episode in
yeah,
Twilight Zone,
yeah.
where he sees the creature on the plane. Apparently, I'm pretty sure he's remaking it with Adam Scott.
I was like,
I'm sure you buy that.
sometimes The Simpsons. You
Yeah.
know, every time
The bus one.
I watch these Simpsons Treehouse of Horror ones or whatever, and then you watch their own movie, like, oh yeah, they did that in The
Yeah.
Simpsons.
Oh man, they did like every movie.
Like The Shining, the first time I watched that, I was like, oh, it's like The Simpsons.
The funny thing is that I saw all the Simpsons parodies before I saw the actual
That's the
movies.
same thing, yeah. They do Kubrick all the time, and then you
Kubrick-
rewatch
oh,
like,
so
I was
many
like, oh,
Kubrick.
that's where it's from. Yeah, no, like Simpsons. I love The Simpsons, but sometimes they do ruin movies for me because as soon as you watch them, like, oh, that was just.
Yeah, Simpsons. Oh, these
Yeah.
guys just ruined the Simpsons.
Yeah,
But yeah, us looks cool.
it does look cool. Yeah, it was on my. That's the thing. I was like, I'm interested. I was interested to see it anyway, but I wasn't like hugely anticipating it. And then I watched the trailer. I was like, oh, this actually. It's the tone alone was what got
Yeah.
me. Is the way it's done.
Yeah.
The way it's shot. It wasn't because we both like. I have no idea what it's
Mhm.
really about at its core, but
Yeah.
I mean, we maybe big guesses, but yeah.
Hopefully, it's not just super basic, and it's kind of like a
Felt
cool.
basic,
So basic bitch. Yeah.
like a good place. You know what? You're basic.
Yeah, basic.
Yeah, basic.
Or It's Always Sunny when she calls everybody basic. I'm like, oh, you already said that insult. Yeah,
Is that a new series coming out? Is a new season of It's Always Sunny coming out this year?
I don't think so, but The Good Place starts tomorrow.
Season
New
3?
season of The Good Place 4.
4? Really? Wow. I haven't
Season
seen
3,
it.
I don't think is on Netflix
I
yet.
haven't finished season 3 yet.
Season 4 starts Thursday, which seems rushed, but I also kind of put back Good Place, so it makes sense.
I love the
Yeah.
place. Anyway, my next one to kind of, I look at the list and you can kind of see what is like. We're really in the superhero genre.
Oh my
Like,
god, did you not
it's-
see that meme on Instagram where it's like
Yeah.
every month has a movie that's either a remake, a superhero movie, or
It's really hard, like to do a list without them. So, and I'm looking at my list now, and pretty much most of them are from here on in. But the next one I'm going to do is probably like one of, if not my favorite character in anything.
The Joker?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
Joker.
called it.
Like, I've heard apparently like rumors coming out is that Joaquin Phoenix just crushes it. Like he's apparently just amazing, and I'm glad this is a standalone just about the character.
Mhm.
I love like obviously the Batman Joker dynamic, but I'm kind of glad he's just this is just pure Joker. We're probably not going to see anything more from this franchise again, but
well, unless he crushes it, they're probably going to bring him in.
he's not a sequel guy.
Did
though.
you see something about somebody was saying that? Well, I don't know if like it's legit or just heard somebody mention it, but they're saying, what if they made it to where this is the actual Joker in the DCU and Jared
Jared.
Leto's is just
He's
Robin, one of the Robins.
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd. They're saying
Yeah.
he's Jason Todd, and
Yeah.
then Joaquin Phoenix is the real
Would
Joker.
be interesting. But I don't see Joaquin Phoenix as a sequel guy. He won't get involved in the franchise.
I know
would love it.
he was going to do Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I heard that too. But the thing he wouldn't sign up for multiple. That was the issue.
Oh, that, and I feel
mean,
like just in general, he just probably
Cumberbatch was
didn't.
the better pick, I think.
Oh, for sure, because like Joaquin Phoenix, I just don't see in the MCU at all. DCU, 100%. And I think you can easily bring him, especially if they do the whole Flashpoint
Yeah.
thing, and they kind of bring in new characters.
Mm-hmm.
100% that Joker.
I'm pumped. I want the DCU just to go stop and start again.
They kind
And,
of are. it
with
seems like.
this Joker, and you get like a new Batman in too, and
Who's
just-
your just quick sidetrack? Who would you want as a new Batman?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I said it. I was like, I'm getting into dangerous territory here because I don't really know.
I think Idris Elba would be cool.
Interesting.
I also
Would be
like
the
John
worst.
Hamm
I heard, John
Yeah,
Hamm.
that'd
He's
be
kind of
fun.
thrown himself into the ring there.
or Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He'd be better, I think. But he played Thingy and Watchmen already as well, I guess.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Well, he's already in. He plays Bruce
Yeah, that's
Wayne's
true.
dad.
Yeah,
so-
that's true.
That's why it would have been cool if they would have had him play Bruce Wayne's dad in this universe, like
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Like you don't say it, and then he comes out and he's that one. You're like, oh shit, it's connected.
I can't think who I'd want as Batman right now, but yeah. But I'm just pumped. I heard like Jared Leto's pissed though about
Jared Leto's
the way
Joker
it's pushed
sucked. Like, he doesn't get over it. That was terrible.
Well, I think it could have been good if they let the because in the trailer he looked decent, and it looked like they just cut out
Stupid as fuck.
everything he had. But now he's gonna go off and be Morbius, right? The star, like Spider-Man.
I still don't think he's that very good of an actor.
He's overrated. Like Blade Runner 2,
Big overrated.
he hams it up in Blade Runner 2.
He's like Eddie Redmayne did whenever he got that Jupiter Ascending movie, and you're like, you just
Hams it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not huge in Jared Leto either. It's like he got like the one that he's perfect for Dallas Buyers Club because he's kind of that feminine
Sure.
figure, just like Eddie Redmayne was for
Danish Girl.
Danish Girl, yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen anything where I'm like, oh, Jared Leto was so good in this. I haven't seen a lot of Jared
I
Leto
agree.
movies, but I don't.
Everyone's like, oh, he's in Fight Club. He just kind of goes into the wall in Fight Club. There's no way you
he
would
gets
say
his
that
ass
Jared
kicked
Leto
in one
is
scene, right?
There's no way you go Jared Leto in Fight Club.
Yeah.
He's amazing. No, like yeah.
I've never seen Requiem for a Dream either, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
seems like he won that Oscar, and then everybody went like,
Yeah.
he's
He kind of ruined like Blade Runner 20. He didn't ruin Blade Runner 2049 for me.
but he kind of took you out of the movie in a way.
He was hamming. It shouldn't have been. Well, actually, originally it was meant to be Bowie, David Bowie.
Okay.
Which would have made a lot more sense.
Did it kind of go like it went from being this because like I can kind of see it as just like with Ryan Gosling in there. It's very just kind of indie, but not really. It's like you could see it still would have that Harrison Ford
you
kind of
seen
like
it?
old school, not 2049.
Oh.
But I can see how Jared Leto would bring it into like trying to make it like a Hollywood blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
So he's going to overact, whereas everybody else is like we're just playing it
Underact.
super low
Harrison
key.
Ford is always going to be Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and Ryan
He's
Gosling's
not
always going to be.
Yeah, he's at the point where he's.
I mean, they can ham it up, or not ham it up, but like be funny and like
Yeah.
they can.
Well,
But
going to the nice guys, you can see.
That's what I'm
like,
saying,
Ryan
yeah.
Gosling letting loose. In this, he's obviously in 2049. I thought like he was. Gosling was what you expect Gosling to be. He just did the
and it
part.
makes sense, yeah. It makes sense for that movie, and then Jared Leto comes in and just
Exactly.
overdoes it.
Yeah,
You're
he's just
"Fuck
like
off."
he's doing a weird voice. He's kind of like oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like and he didn't fit the character. It just wound me out.
Yeah.
That was my one big negative against
Yeah,
that film. And
Joker.
I love that film, but he kind of
Yeah, Joker's on my list too because I'm just curious too.
yeah.
I like his
but
look.
back to where we're going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like his look. I like his Joaquin Phoenix. I haven't seen a lot of Joaquin Phoenix movies, but I like him as an
Yeah.
actor. I think he's cool.
Is Birds of Prey coming out this year?
I'm sure it's
Or next
probably like projected, but I don't think
I
they.
think
I
it's
don't even
next
think they have a script, man. It's probably 2020.
Because I see Chris Messina. He's got
Yeah,
the
you
blonde
should-
hair.
Oh, I haven't
You
seen that. I
it?
gotta check it out.
He looks really weird because obviously he looks like Danny from Indie Project. With the blonde hair, he looks like he looks like firstly 20 years younger.
Yeah,
It looks
I'm
like he's in
gonna
a
have to
boy
Google
band.
it.
It's really
Nice.
weird. But anyway, yeah. What's your next one?
Let's see. So I've done. What should we do? You know what? I'll just throw this out now, just because I'm curious. I don't know if it's on your list. Have you seen the trailer for Brightburn?
No, I haven't actually.
Have you heard of Brightburn?
No, I haven't.
It's essentially a Superman horror movie.
Wait. I have heard of this movie.
So it's basically if Superman came and was evil.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it,
Who's
like-
directing it? Is someone big, right?
Yeah, I want to say
Wasn't
Drew
James
Goddard or
Gunn
something.
James Gunn attached to this?
Oh
movie?
shit, it is James Gunn.
It is
yeah.
James Gunn. Yeah.
I don't know if he directed,
I
but he's
produced
attached.
it at least. Yeah.
But it was his newest movie, yeah. So basically, the trailer looks really cool. It looked like a legit horror movie. There's like one jump scare at the end that's actually really well done.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer. I did hear like villain
so-
Superman, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, so the whole idea is basically, yeah, so it was written by Mark Gunn and Brian Gunn. How many fucking guns are there? James Gunn produced it.
Yeah.
So basically it's like Superman lands on Earth and these parents grab him, but then he's kind of, it's almost like, it kind of feels like he's almost like he was sent here to destroy the world.
Right.
But he's like, he starts like killing people and shit, like he's developing his powers, he doesn't know why. So it's almost like it has a Man of Steel vibe to it.
Right.
But there's like
Got
horror
Carnival
shit.
in there as well.
Yeah.
But you know what it kind of sounds like to me? The Guest, which is like if James Bond or Jason Bourne was bad.
I never thought of the guest in that concept, but it does like, so it's not like super up there because it kind of also feels like that one movie that almost felt like a Superman movie, Midnight something. It had
Midnight Special.
Midnight Special. Did you see that one with
Joe Edgerton
and Michael Shannon?
yeah.
It kind of has that feel to it because I always felt like that was the story of Clark Kent
Yeah.
in Midnight Special. But this one's like a horror version. It drew me in. It's not something that I'm probably going to go see in theaters. It's probably something I'll just watch
It
online.
feels a little bit like Looper too.
This movie, Brightburn?
Oh, just like it has that kid who's got special powers. Who's kind of,
Yeah, but this seems kind of like, yeah, it's just all based on that. It looks interesting. It looks kind of cool. The trailer is really well done. And it's just one that I'm curious to see how it turns out. I think it's going to be one that I'm going to watch online. I'll be like, oh, that was fun, but I'm not going to be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's like Midnight Special, where it was like, Midnight Special was a really good movie.
It was a good movie, yeah.
But it wasn't anything that I was like, everybody's going to watch this movie. I feel like it's just going to be a fun, just kind of at home. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Just like, oh, I'll watch Brightburn.
Yeah. No, I was not going to rush out. I kind of, I have heard of it. I didn't really think much. But I haven't thought, it's not on my list. But, looks interesting.
It's up to you now. I got nothing else to say.
Okay, so this one is a film that's coming out very soon. Again, in the superhero front, but not quite, DC, MCU. I just rewatched Unbreakable and Split, so you can guess it's Glass.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching those two movies. I'm pumped, but again, with a side of caution, because it's M. Night Shyamalan, because the pressure is so high, the stakes are so high that it has to be a good movie, and because I know you have to
bigger budget probably.
Yeah, after Earth, you think the Devil Inside, what was it called, the one in the elevator.
He had something to do with the elevator movie.
Yeah,
the movie was
devil.
So stupid.
Yeah, it was terrible. I think it's the Devil Inside. Something like that. Something the devil in the title. Because he's done Happening as well. It was him.
Yeah,
which is one of the worst films I've ever seen. Because he's done those movies, I'm really still worried, but I'm anticipating something good. I'm hopeful. It looks like it's gonna be a cool fight scene between James McAvoy and Bruce Willis.
It's also Bruce Willis, so I feel like it's gonna be like a Liam Neeson fight scene. Where there's a lot of cuts.
Bruce Willis too. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Bruce Willis doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, he's Harrison Ford too. He just doesn't care.
But Harrison Ford's at least charismatic. I don't find Bruce Willis that charismatic.
No, anymore.
I never grew up on Bruce Willis. I don't care about Bruce Willis. I love Harrison. I didn't grow up on Harrison Ford either, but I just find Harrison Ford's cool. Yeah. Like he seems cool. Bruce Willis just seems like an asshole.
I remember me and Kristen were watching Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
and he was just like, actually, he's pretty good looking back then. And she was like, he was kind of handsome. I was like, all right, settle down. He was like, you could see he was the kind of Tom Hardy.
It's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt,
Tom Hardy
is Harrison Ford, man. Chris Pratt could remake all Harrison Ford movies. And
that's what I was. There was talk about him doing Indy.
I would love to see him do Indy. I'd love it to be like he was his actual son. Just fucking Mud. You can make a joke where it's like Mud was lying.
Yeah.
And like this is his actual kid, or he just fucked a lot of girls and he's like James Bond. That should be a great James Bond movie.
All the kids that he's had.
It's like Cheaper by the Dozen, but it's James Bond just has a bunch of kids
all over the world. It's possible. I've heard like one of the pitches to Sony or the producers of Bond was like if James Bond and 007 was a code name, and all the Bonds came back.
Max Landis pitched that story once I heard where he says like you see it opens up with like say like Timothy Dalton and he gets killed and then you slowly see this one Bond is like killing all the Bonds. So that's how you bring them all in.
I know you don't really watch it with Doctor Who. They had like the War Doctor and they had like all the doctors come back.
So, yeah, it's basically that. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Back to Glass. I'm still excited. I still want it to be good. I'm still really worried that it won't be.
Because Split was fine, but it wasn't like...
It wasn't great. I preferred Unbreakable.
Yeah, Unbreakable was really good.
I really liked Unbreakable. I mean, it ends a little bit abruptly, because you find the twist that it was him, that Mr. Glass behind it all, and it feels like there could be more from here, but it felt like...
Yeah,
I felt a little bit like cheesy how it ends, like, Mr. Glass is now in prison.
It's very comic book, yeah. But
it could have ended so much better. Like, it had that twist. It's an M. Night Shyamalan twist. You expect more to come from it, and then I was like, oh...
Which I think is good though, because what more can come from that? I feel like it was building. I feel like it was
just ended before it could have. It just nearly got there.
Well, I feel like he was building to a sequel and never got the chance to because I don't think that movie did very well.
Probably not.
Or it's like after that he did
Signs.
And then I don't know. I still haven't seen Signs. Village, shit like that.
Oh, I forgot about the Village. The Village.
Lady in the Water.
I haven't seen that one.
Neither have I, but I heard it's terrible.
Signs had promise and it was really scary.
Just the water, the end. The water.
Go to a planet 70% covered in wherever it is.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
So Glass. Yeah, sure. All right, so I'll just keep it going. Trying to think of which one I want to bring up now, because there are quite a few here. I'll go with. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have a few. I have a lot of, like you said, superhero movies. You know what? I'm gonna pair these two together, just because they're kind of similar in a way. Not really, but just they're. I'll say that. Oh yeah, actually, I'll pair these two together because they do actually could be paired together.
Okay.
Captain Marvel and Shazam, because Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Shazam actually does look kind of funny.
Shazam
And filmed in our hometown of Toronto.
It's a lot of shit though.
That's true. It's not most DC movies actually.
So Shazam, actually, when I saw the trailer, I actually thought it was hilarious. I think it looks like a really fun. It looks like a Marvel movie. The closest to a Marvel movie that they've made since, like Wonder Woman was very much kind of in that tone, but
kind of shocked Zachary Levi isn't bigger star than he is.
I don't know.
That's the thing. He's like, I've seen him, and like I know people love him because of Chuck and everything, and then Shazam. Like, he's good looking, funny. He's like kind of Chris Pratt.
This is probably gonna. It could be his breakout role.
Maybe,
yeah. But I also would.
He's in Miss Maisel too.
I really wish it would have been John Cena though. Would have been so much better.
I want John Cena as the Thing, as I mentioned before.
Yeah, that'd be good. But yeah, I really wish. But I just say so like Shazam looked really fun. Don't know a lot about the character. I think it's like a really silly character. Why wouldn't he just be like Shazam the entire time?
Big as a superhero.
Yeah, but it's like, why is he just sometimes Billy Batson? Wouldn't you always want to be Shazam?
Yeah, true.
But I guess the idea that you're kid, it's just weird that he's a kid, but I like that concept. And then Captain Marvel, I wasn't going to put it on there. I'm only putting it on because I'm curious to see how it's going to be like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
I'm just going to be watching it, waiting till the end to see how it connects to Avengers.
At this point, it does feel weird to throw that in there before Infinity War. It's like
it's just solely that you're going to
should be the next one.
Yeah, they're just doing it, I think, just to set you up for Endgame. But I just even like people are like, oh, they did a TV spot, and people are like, oh, finally, like a good Captain Marvel trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same fucking trailer again, man. It has her falling down, getting back up. It has all the same fucking scenes. It even has like that Ronin shot.
Yeah.
Like there's like one or two different ones, and I saw people write like, oh, I'm so excited. Brie Larson's actually smiling. It looks like she's excited for the role. I don't know why people were complaining that she wasn't smiling. I'd prefer her to be more. Like, she doesn't have to be like she looks like she's having fun. I want her, if this character is like as powerful and she's trying to gain her memory back, she should be like intense.
They made a point that you don't see Cap smiling. You don't see
does.
like
it's so
Iron
stupid.
Man. It was a slightly sexist.
It was a very sexist right-handed thing, which I'm sure was a very small. It was a small minority that they overdid.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's just the media in general.
Yeah, they found one or two tweets of just right-wing people. Yeah. I thought that was stupid. I don't want and her smiling more just makes me not like her more now because it seems too campy.
Yeah.
It seems like she's too like haha, this is a funny movie.
I've always hated that people. You should smile more. Like, if anyone said that to me, I'd be super.
I don't know why they always say that to women, like women characters too.
Yeah,
like I want you. Like it would be stupid if I saw a Captain America trailer like Winter Soldier. And it's him just smiling with Scarlett Johansson. Hey. Scarlett, like Black Widow.
That would creep you out for it.
It's stupid, man. So like that's why her smiling more and being. I don't mind the Nick Fury dynamic. It seems like it could be fun, and you need that. Fine. But I want her to like. She should be this badass character who's like that line she had where she's like, "I'm not here to fight your war. I'm here to end it."
Yeah.
Like that's a cool line.
If you're like grinning from ear to ear. Kind of ruins it.
If she's like intense, she's like, I'm not here to fight your war, I'm here to end it. Like, cool. And
she should be allowed to do what she wants.
So that's why I'm kind of worried. I feel like they might have. Hopefully, they didn't take that criticism to heart and they didn't try to change shit, which I really doubt it.
They're not like DC with their like the reshoots. Oh, it needs to be funny, quick, refilm it.
Yeah. So I'm not really excited for it. It looks. I feel like 2 years ago I would have been. Yeah. Now I just because of Endgame.
I mean, everyone just wants to get to Endgame pretty quick.
If this came after Endgame, maybe like even not after, like you don't even need an origin story, but yeah. So, but Shazam, super pumped for that. Captain Marvel, I'll go see it. Hopefully, it might. Maybe me going in low key like that might make it better.
I won't rush out to see either. That's why
I will, just because I don't want the spoilers.
I didn't put anything either of them on this. I did think about Shazam for a second. I was like, am I really that excited for it? Or just
I just really like that trailer. It just looked really fun.
For the trailer, but I was like,
I should laugh out loud.
But I was like, is that going to be the best bits? I hope not.
Maybe, but I mean that's I'm anticipated for. It doesn't mean it's gonna be
good. My next one, and again to go to the superhero movie, but not MCU or DC again.
I'm trying to think what the fuck.
I get like I watched it. It's the opposite. I watched the trailer. I was pumped, and then I watched the trailer, and then maybe less pumped. And the fact that it's not the trilogy film that a lot of fans wanted it to be, Hellboy.
Oh, that looks bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
it's really bad.
It does look bad, but I want it so badly to be good. And if it was the third film in the franchise, when Ron Perlman and GDT were coming back,
it's so much better. Like, I love David Harbour, but it looks weird. He doesn't look fitted for the role.
It doesn't look great. No,
yeah. And the voice.
When I first saw him cast, I was like, oh, that's a good cast, and then I casting for it. And then I watched the trailer. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it looks bad.
I don't want it to be bad, but I'm
not even that big of a fan of Hellboy, but
no, I'm hoping against hope that it's good.
We'll see. You never know. It's trailers, right? Trailers are very misleading at times.
I'm really concerned. I'm just getting
bad.
one of those bad omens.
It seems like they're trying to make it too comic. It's almost one of these instances where it's too comic booky, and it's not going to work.
But regardless, like I'm gonna want to. I want to see it. I'm probably gonna go and see it in theaters.
I probably won't.
Even though I know I'm gonna go in disappointed, probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If I go in with such low expectations and then actually goes higher, maybe it's a win.
Seems like always a good thing. It's almost better if the trailer isn't as good,
Yeah.
because then it lowers your expectations, and then now you're not worried about.
Well, going back to Endgame, I don't know if you've heard this too, but they're only using promo material from the first 20 minutes.
I'm not. I might watch one more trailer.
That's
I might.
Great. That's what they should be doing. They should just be showing it from the first little bit, and then so when you're watching the movie, you just get it out of the way, because so many times you watch a trailer and then you watch the movie and you're waiting for a particular scene to come because you've seen it in the trailer.
I was going to say too.
I guess that's the final fight.
I was just going to say that too. Yeah, and you can kind of know nowadays too. You're like, as soon as the movie starts, you're like, if that fight scene isn't at the beginning of the movie, it's at the end, and you're like, okay, we're building to this.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about the Star Wars promos. They've managed to like keep you enticed, but they've shown nothing. They've given nothing away. And I think that's the thing about Endgame as well. They don't need to like.
I even like the idea that the Endgame trailer is fake.
Yeah,
people are saying that it's actually not real. Like they're just throwing you off, and I'm cool with that too. Like, I don't want any... Like, I just want enough... I want to see just the characters just to keep me excited for it, but, like, don't... So, like, if everything they show isn't actually in the movie, I don't give a shit.
Did they even show Thanos? No, they did show Thanos briefly, right?
Just his hands.
Yeah. Like, I think they've done... I think... Yeah, we're talking about Endgame now, I guess, but which is probably on both our lists, but...
Yeah, I had that. That was my number one.
Yeah. I figured it was.
But if we want to kind of, like, we can come back to it, because I had a movie idea that's similar to Hellboy.
Okay, yeah.
That's on my list.
Yeah.
Men in Black International.
Oh, that's good. I forgot completely.
Did you see the trailer for that?
No, I'm not really excited for it.
It looks kind of like, yeah, I'm into it. I like the idea that it's in the same universe, but they're in London.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, Chris Hemsworth... London, I guess? Yeah. Chris Hemsworth... I guess he still does an Australian accent, maybe? I don't know. I don't know the difference. Is Thor an Australian or an English accent?
What is he doing? I think he's doing an English accent, which is weird, because he's
so
Scandinavian.
I think it's the same idea for this one. But, I mean, I do think it's funny that it's called Men in Black. And, I love Tessa Thompson. She's great. It's just funny that it's called Men in Black. And, like, I know that the other Men in Black movies introduce female Men in Black. I just think it's a funny name.
Yeah.
It's like Men in Black, and then they don't.
Shoot the people in black.
Pib? No. I just think. I guess it. Yeah.
Non-specific genders.
And I don't want to make it seem like I'm upset because it's Men in Black. It should be men. Like, I like the idea of Tessa Thompson. I'm still upset that they didn't do the crossover with 21 Jump Street.
Right.
Because I really wanted that. But they show pictures of Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. I hope they make cameos in it and they kind of tie it together.
Wait, is Tommy Lee Jones still alive? What happened to him? Where'd he go?
Oh, I don't know. He's old. He's like Sean Connery. Like,
he's just been grumpy somewhere.
Sean Connery just retired until he died, right?
And Gene Hackman.
Yeah. But I don't know. It looks funny. It looks like in keeping with the normal Men in Black movies. It looks maybe not as... It looks maybe more like Men in Black 3 or Men in Black 1. Because those came out in different times. And, like, they're very, like, Men in Black 3 is a lot more Hollywood.
Yeah, I've kind of...
I just love Chris Hemsworth. Really? I loved Men in Black 3. 1 was great, really? 2 sucked, 3 was great. I loved 3.
I mean, interesting choice on Jermaine Clement as the villain, which I'm all for.
Which I did, but you don't know it's him. And you don't know if you just kind of know him a bit. Like I didn't know it was him until somebody told me.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have even found out.
Yeah. I love how he's in Moana as well. No one really knows. It's the crab.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks fun. Looks in keeping with that. I hope they kind of. I like how it's not like Ghostbusters where they tried to make you. They made it seem in the trailer that it was set in the same universe, and then they did set it in the same universe, and they fucked with you. This one is clearly in the same.
Yeah.
This one's clearly the same universe. I love how it's called Men in Black International, so you know it's a branch off. And it looks like they got some cool ideas for it and stuff, so I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm not, but
you're not a big Men in Black fan.
I like the first two. Which
really
was
two
people don't realize, but I watched it as a kid though. I haven't rewatched it.
Yeah, rewatch it. It's just Men in Black.
Yeah.
Watch them back to back. It's the same movie.
I probably wouldn't like it now.
Yeah. But three's fun. I like
I
that.
just remember Johnny Knoxville as the two-headed alien thing. But no, I love the first one, and then I remember as a kid I liked the second one. And I watched the third one, kind of bored, and now I'm like, well, I don't really care.
It kind of revamps it. So I'd say check out the trailer. See what you think.
Yeah. My next one. I feel like I think it's going to be on your list too. I think it's because I'm on the kick. Especially it's hyped up now for me because I'm on the kick of it. With Into the Spider-Verse,
I knew you were going to
Spider-Man game, obviously Infinity War, Spider-Man Far From Home. And I like how like Jake Gyllenhaal's like teaser where he was like, "Wait, I'm not playing Spider-Man."
That's funny because wasn't he rumored to play Spider-Man too, or
at one point
Leo was too.
Yeah, Leo back in the day.
James Cameron when he was going to do it wanted to do
yeah. And then he went to one of his best friends, Tobey Maguire.
Pussy Patrol.
Yeah.
Might as well just combine that with Endgame then. Because that's another one I'm excited for too.
Yeah,
the two.
Yeah, that was on my list too. Endgame, Spider-Man, Far From Home. Like, I really don't know anything about Spider-Man Far From Home because they're keeping it so close to their chest because of Endgame, right? I mean,
there was a Comic-Con somewhere where they released a trailer,
which hasn't leaked online, which is
there's descriptions, I guess, and the descriptions.
I haven't even read the descriptions.
I feel like I kind of did. I feel like all I read was that they don't address, like they just show him as Spider-Man. That's it. Yeah, like I don't think they ever show his face.
Miles Morales.
That's the thing. I don't think they ever show his face.
Right.
And they show MJ, if you want to call her. I guess she's technically MJ in this universe. I think she's like swinging, like he's like holding her as she's swinging. But apparently, I think that's all they show. So that's why people are like, is it real or is it actually Peter Parker?
Who knows? I think they're just having fun messing with you right now, the MCU. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking forward to Far From Home.
I'm curious to see. Yeah, it's the title makes it so curious even more now after Infinity War.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're like, does it tie into Endgame? Like, how does it work in terms of that?
I didn't think of it in that way. I just focused on Homecoming, and now it's Far From Home. I don't know.
I didn't think of it that way. I just thought of it in terms of the movie. It's like after Endgame, does he come back? Like, what's like? Is he going? I feel like I'm pretty sure they're going to London or something.
Yeah, because
it's like trailers.
Everyone's in London now. Yeah. Like it, for me at first, I remember, I was in London.
Big market.
I've been there. Well, it's just because it's cheaper to film, right? That's what it is.
Well, they're saying London, but they're probably filming in Toronto.
No, they're probably filming.
Oh, they're actually filming in
London.
They're
like Pinewood. Same in Toronto, same studio. But,
okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm pumped. Like you said, pumped for Spider-Man. Obviously, I'm pumped. I'm pumped because the first, Homecoming was very much... this is Spider-Man's introduction to the MCU. We're going to pair him with Iron Man. He's not going to swing a lot. We're going to make it different. This one, it seems like it's going to be full-on Spider-Man.
Which I'm really happy for as well. I want to see this proper Spider-Man film. I liked him. We talked about
it. Into the Spider-Verse. Exactly. I want to see him swing around New York and shit.
Exactly. We've said about it before. We both liked Homecoming a lot. But now it's time for a proper Spider-Man movie, just as Spider-Man.
Just think...
interesting choice as a villain. I think they're waiting to bring back Green Goblin, I think.
No, I think the big thing is that they've done Green Goblin so many times. They have there's such like a great cast of villains, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I actually like the Vulture in terms of how they didn't make him the old guy.
Yeah.
Like the Vulture in the comics is like some fucking 80-year-old dude that's like fucking bones and shit.
Yeah, I like Keaton as
Keaton was great, and I'm curious to see. I don't know if he's confirmed. I didn't look at the cast list, but I hope he's still.
It might be.
Around because they teased the Sinister Six in that movie too.
They did, yeah.
I hope Venom shows up. That'd be cool.
There's gonna be a Venom 2, right?
Yeah. Spider-Man's 100% gonna be in Venom 2. That movie made almost $1 billion.
Yeah, and I suppose they still have the rights to him. So
yeah, I'm excited. And then in terms of Endgame, I feel like we don't really need to talk much about that.
we're
obviously it's on there. Yeah,
exactly.
we talked enough about it. Pumped for it. Pumped to see what they do.
Next, to
Because it's my turn.
is it you?
Yeah, you said Spider-Man Far
I
From
was
Home.
going to do an Ariana Grande quote. Thank you, next.
For me, yeah.
No, okay, thank you, next.
I have quite a few on here. I don't know if I should just like rattle them off and just. How much more do you have on your list?
I have. These are just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. I have.
Because I have 10 more on
I
here.
have three. Oh, I have only 3 more.
You know, okay, let me do this then. I'm gonna say a few, and then if I have a similar one to you, we'll talk about it. If not,
Okay.
so I'll just go in terms of. Okay, so this is like a rapid fire, just ones that
Do it.
I'm curious about. Lego Movie 2, because it was
I
the
was
first
thinking
one was
that
fun.
one, but I left it out.
I was just writing down ones I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I like how they're chirping Chris. Well, they're not chirping Chris Pratt, but they're kind of making fun of him, where they have that other character
I
that's
haven't
like.
seen the trailer for it.
Oh, so there's a character that's like Emmett, but it's this guy who's like he's like a raptor tamer / like space pirate / like he's like all Chris Pratt's like good characters. So it's kind of like a funny nod at him.
I'm looking forward to see it too, but I just left that on my list. I don't know. I thought.
Yeah, I just threw it.
I want to see it, but I'm not going to rush out and see it.
It was like I looked at movies and that was the first one that popped up. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4.
I had that on my list.
See, for me, it's very much.
But I only put it as an afterthought because like,
same here. I'm not that big into Toy Story.
I
like the movies, but I haven't watched them in a long
The
time.
third one was a perfect ending, and that's why I don't really want to see Toy Story 4 because, like, well, the third one did it so well. Don't ruin the third one.
Yeah, but it's yeah, and I just I like the movies. I haven't watched them in a long time.
I'm not obsessed with them. Like,
It's not my.
I don't think they're not my favorite Pixar's.
That would be different. That's a different.
That's a different
different
episode.
thing, yeah.
We'll come back to that one.
But yeah, I put it on there just because it's Toy Story, so I'm gonna go see it. You know it's gonna be good. Curious about that. Here's 2. Zombieland 2, just
That
because
was on
I
my
watched.
list too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
No,
a sequel
okay.
you didn't know you wanted until it came, news about it came out.
Okay, so yeah, Toy Story 4 and Zombieland 2. So we'll come back to those. It 2, is that on your list?
That is on my
So those
list.
are the last 2. Okay, so let me just run through these quick then. So the New Mutants, just because I'm curious to see now that Marvel has the rights.
Okay, yeah.
And that trailer was really cool. That came back.
trailer.
Oh, the trailer dropped like last year, like at the beginning of the year.
Pay attention.
It looked like a horror movie,
Right.
and it was a really cool concept. It looked like Legion, or sorry, Legion, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a FX show.
Yep.
So it kind of looked like that, but it's like a horror movie. Cool concept. Check it out.
Is Dark Phoenix on your list?
No, because I'm done with X-Men.
Because after Apocalypse?
Yeah, it's trash.
Well, it's weird because the first 2 were really good and then Apocalypse came and it's like...
It's typical. Yeah. But I am curious for that one just in terms of because Marvel has their hands on it now.
Oh, and did you see Hugh Jackman getting jacked again?
No, but I like that.
Like, is he coming to the MCU?
Like, he does. He should.
He said
he deserves one with Deadpool.
Is that he said the only way he will come back, he would do Wolverine again is in the MCU. So
see, I feel like, and now that so Deadpool's there too. I feel like they should definitely, if Disney is willing to do it, you make an R-rated Deadpool Logan movie. I don't know how you do it. I feel like it works best because he died, but you could find a way where Ryan Reynolds, as Deadpool, can, or even after that, where you can make a meta joke about it or somewhere. It's like we thought he was dead, but then he got revived by higher powers, and it's like a Disney logo or something. That'd be fucking
Mickey Mouse, Wolverine. I mean, I am all down to see Wolverine on screen again. I love Wolverine. As long as it's good. Obviously, that's a
and I feel like
precursor. But
and if they make it R-rated too, I feel like it would be really cool if you did.
Even if it's not R-rated, but it's at least I don't know what the equivalent of here in Canada is, but 15. So PG.
It'd be 14.
14. Okay.
No movie it's really hard to get an R rating in Canada. The only time you get R ratings in Canada is really weirdly it's violence or a lot of sexual content.
Right. Yeah.
Swear words you can say Superbad.
That's true. They don't care anymore. Yeah.
No, man, it's fine. They sing come on, you're 14. You know what swear words are.
I remember the one time I went. This is off topic, but I went to buy King Kong, the Peter Jackson version. And I was 11, and it was 12 rated, and they wouldn't let me get it.
How do they know?
They asked for ID.
You have ID at that young?
Yeah.
When do you get ID?
You get it when you start school, so 11.
See, for us, it's
secondary school.
That's why
you don't start getting educated at 11. That's kind of worrying.
That's why I always thought it was funny when they're they wouldn't know if it's 14 plus, if I'm 14, because I have no way to show you that. I mean, I have a health card, but I'm not going to have it on me. And we didn't have health cards with pictures until a couple years ago.
I had to get my parents to buy it for me.
That's fucking funny.
The thing is, I saw it in the theaters too.
Yeah,
So funny.
yeah.
And then I also tried to buy a Green Day album when we get that.
So what's the rating systems in
So,
the Green Day album? Jesus, they don't even swear, do they?
American Idiot album, they do, yeah.
Oh, whatever. What's the
Jesus
rating
Suburbia.
systems then?
So it's U, Universal,
Which is Universal.
PG,
Okay.
which is the same here, 12. But then there's 12A, so you can watch it if you're accompanied with an adult.
Okay,
Which is
yeah.
what The Dark Knight was.
14A, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's 15, and then there's 18.
And so what's the difference between a... Would you say it was 12 and 15?
12, 15, and then 18. So 15 is like there's some swear words. There's probably a lot of action, but it's not like. Well, actually, it's weird because my first 18 movie was Blade, and then The Terminator. And when you watch The Terminator now, like that's not really an 18.
No, but I think they show tits once.
Do they though?
I think there's a girl when she gets killed. I think you see, or when she's having sex with her roommate or something.
You don't see much though, I don't think.
Oh no, but you see one boob
I
in some
love The
countries.
Terminator, the original.
Yeah, we're gonna off track here. This is
Yeah,
so
we're
long.
really good off track.
So basically, just it'd be dope, but I think that'd be funny. Deadpool, and I'd love Spider-Man thrown in there too.
Oh,
Deadpool, you do Tom Holland, Ryan Reynolds, and Hugh Jackman movie,
And-
dude, that's gonna make all the money.
And even though it's not going to happen, Charlie Cox is Daredevil back.
No,
Hashtag save
I
Daredevil.
don't give a shit about that.
I do.
I don't care.
I don't care.
If you're gonna do a Daredevil Punisher movie with John Berthenol and Charlie Coxon,
As long as he
Netflix.
comes back, I don't
he's
care.
coming back. 100%.
I really
Um,
but no.
Okay,
I was
so
gonna cry.
you had okay, so okay, so we're gonna rattle off and then we'll go one back and forth again because I have 3 that I can talk about
Right.
that you don't have. So just another quick one, I'll say that I just found out today because I googled it. Gemini Man, which is a Will Smith movie, which I just love Will Smith. He doesn't do a lot of movies. I guess it's like he's like a spy or something, and then all of a sudden he comes into contact with somebody who knows his every move, like can
Yeah.
predict it or something.
Interesting.
Sounds interesting.
I hope it's good.
I
Will
just
Smith needs a win.
what do you mean needs a win? In what
When was
terms?
the last time he had a good movie?
Good question, but I feel like well, Concussion. I enjoyed Concussion.
I haven't seen Concussion.
I feel like Idris Elba would have been better because Will Smith with the South African accent sounded weird compared to Idris Elba,
Yeah.
and I think Idris Elba could have crushed it. But
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Will Smith is kind of focusing on like his YouTube, like he's going big on
His
YouTube and
kids-
shit,
His kids
and his kids and stuff. But I'm just pumped. I just love Will Smith, and it looks better than Spies in Disguise. Just the Will Smith Tom Holland. You haven't heard about the Will Smith Tom Holland animated movie?
No.
So Will Smith is this great spy, and then gets turned into a pigeon.
A pigeon?
Yeah, that's the movie. I guess he's got to learn a lesson.
Tom Holland is a regular...
He's his buddy.
He's just trying...
He's his buddy.
Yeah. God. Sounds like...
It looks. I was like, oh my god, Tom Holland and Will Smith in an animated movie together, and they're spies. This is cool. And then he gets turned into a pigeon like 30 seconds in the trailer. I'm like, fuck you, movie.
It sounds like
Fuck you.
9 Lives with Kevin Spacey when he turns into a cat.
Except it's animated.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure there's a great lesson in it, but
maybe.
fuck you, movie.
Well, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt are in the new Pixar movie, right, Tio? It's gonna be
What Pixar movie?
I don't know what it's called, but they're going to be in a Pixar movie
I
too.
love it. I love those two guys.
Guys,
Okay.
don't you love?
So we'll go-
It's short list.
Okay, so I got 3 and you got 3. So we already know what your, I guess, 3 are, but you can start. Just go with one now, and we'll go back and forth again. So what do you got? Because I got 3 last ones too. So these are the last 6.
I'll start with It too because that's the first one that comes to my head. I'm pretty pumped for that actually because it was a nice surprise. Because you never know if a Stephen King movie is it going to be like The Shining
Mhm.
or is it going to be like I think of a bad one off the top of my head.
The one he directed.
Yeah,
Overdrive?
yeah, exactly. His version of The Shining.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get with Stephen
No.
King movies come to life.
Maximum Overdrive. I think that's what it's called.
And yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was
Same here. Pleasantly surprised.
It was yeah, exactly. Pleasantly surprised. It wasn't like, oh my god, I love that movie. It was the right kind of scary. It wasn't just jump scare. It had a couple, but it
Creepy.
wasn't. It was creepy. It had the
And
tone.
Justified in making all the money it made.
Is that Alexander Skarsgård as Pennywise was great.
Yep.
The main kids were really good too.
Great cast of kids, yeah.
And it's got the tone really right. And it felt like a Stephen King movie. It felt like a horror version of Stand By Me. With like with
That's
the-
a good comparison.
With the comedy as well and the coming of age feeling. It just got. Rereading the book, it got it right, and it left out the orgy scene, which I'm fine with.
So weird, I know.
Yeah, that Yeah, that we don't need to
Stephen
talk
King.
about. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the sequel. James McAvoy, Bill
The
Hader,
cast. Oh
Jessica
my
Chastain.
god, man.
I know like Jessica Chastain's worked with the director before, but I still kind of wanted Amy Adams because she looked just like the kid. They look exactly the same.
But I mean, Jessica Chastain, Amy Adams, Isla Fisher, they all look the same.
I mean,
too.
they do, but like Amy Adams and the kid look.
Do you think Amy Adams is a better actress though than?
I'm not saying that. No, I'm just saying.
You think Jessica Chastain's better? Or?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I know.
So you were just going for like
they're
looks.
both really good. I'm just saying based on
They are both, yeah.
yeah, based on looks, that was just what I was disappointed with.
Miles Kane, great movie.
It's not because I have anything against Jessica Chastain. It's
No,
because,
yeah, I was just curious if you.
Yeah, it's just because she.
Me
looked
personally,
exact-
Isla Fisher.
I know you love Isla Fisher. That's a different topic altogether.
The next list will be very
Women we love and the
yeah.
Yes,
Top 5.
top
hottest-
5 hunks and top 5
Yeah.
babes.
Oh my god, yes. That is definitely the next one.
The Rock, Zac Efron.
We're gonna drink martinis. I want to do a top 5 hunks. I actually want to do that now because
Fine.
I can already think of 3.
Ryan Gosling's on top of my list.
Oh, I got 3 guys right now that I can think of.
Jeff Goldblum is a weird, sexy man.
4.
And we're
5.
really
I got 5. No, sorry. Ooh, that's gonna be hard to narrow down to 5.
Hey,
No, I got 5.
We
I got
need to
5.
move on quickly. This is getting weird now.
Do we actually want to do a list, or do you want to just?
Well,
rip it off now?
we can do it.
Because I have an idea.
I think that's a different story when we've had a couple of drinks.
Okay, we're gonna have a nice bottle of red wine,
bottles of
and we'll film it so that people can see us and they'll know we're actually into them. We're like, ooh, this next guy.
You can see us sweating, panting like animals.
Anyway, yeah, it too. I'm on board with you. It was on there. It wasn't in my top anticipated 5 one, but
Exactly.
super.
I want to be nicely surprised
intriguing.
again.
Just the cast for me personally alone. Cast.
I do want to say James McAvoy is a really, really, really good actor, and I want
very
him,
underrated.
Yes, he is underrated.
Super underrated.
I want him to have that top, big role.
I don't think it's gonna be this, but
No, it's not gonna be this. But I like even the Split, he was great. But I just want to see that one big role that he gets these big casting positions, but he doesn't get that one that you like. That's the Oscar.
Oscar Isaac.
He's not an Oscar Isaac. Like Ex
He's
Machina.
like Oscar Isaac.
He is. Well, Oscar Isaac I think had Ex Machina. Where
Yeah,
you
but
look at
Ex
that
Machina
role-
was big now. But James McAvoy had didn't he have a movie?
Atonement.
Was that his one? I feel like he had another
I
one
feel
that was like.
that
Unless I'm thinking of Michael Fassbender. And
maybe Michael Fassbender's insane.
Michael Fassbender had a lot.
12 Years a Slave. Michael
Oh
Fassbender.
my god, he was such a fucking
He
piece
was.
of shit.
He was
I mean,
amazing though. Wasn't he?
so good.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it too. I want to be pleasantly surprised again. But this thing, I'm not. It's not in my top list of films I want to see. So I think it's going to be good again because it's going to do it again. It's going to pleasantly surprise me again.
And I think it's so much more just for me. I liked it. I don't think it was like unreal, but I thought
No,
it was really well done. And so,
enjoyed it, though, yeah.
and I just am excited about the cast. And it's not this movie where I'm like, it's going to be so good. I'm like, I'm intrigued because
Yeah.
I don't know the book,
I read.
so
I
I'm intrigued what comes next.
He got it. He got it right.
Yes.
Which was actually I'm still intrigued what the It version with. I always hate saying his name because I know I'm going to screw it up. Cary Fukunaga. He's always going to do Bond.
He was going to do.
He was signed up for it for the longest time.
Love True Detective. True Detective season 3 looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Season 1 is one of my favorite
Rewatched
pieces
it.
of television.
So
it's
good.
just a long movie. And
So
it's, yeah,
good.
I loved it. Yeah.
So staying on track with sequels and movies that pleasantly surprised. I don't know. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet. Jumanji 2.
I was going to say, Jumanji 3, technically.
Sure.
Yeah. No,
but I mean in this.
I was pleasantly surprised with the second one, too.
So funny.
I was expecting it just
So
to be
fucking funny.
another Hollywood rehash, but it was so self-aware.
And do you know who's in Jumanji? I'm going to say Jumanji 2 because I'm pretty sure it's being.
I think it's labeled Jumanji 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say
I might be
Jumanji 3
wrong,
then.
but like,
So Jumanji 3, you hear they casted
no.
Danny DeVito. I am so fucking
He's
pumped.
going to be in so many films this year. He was cast in something else. I can't think what.
I just want him to play Frank Reynolds in Jumanji 3 because I want somebody like I don't know who they're gonna have as the kid, but it's gonna be. I hope they get a kid who's actually like a short, pudgy kid, and he goes into like I guess the video. I don't know what the movie is, but it'd be nice if they go to the video
Frog
game
Boy.
again, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just another short, pudgy guy."
Yeah.
It's like you kind of look like if we shaved your head, you'd look
He's going
just
to be
like
like a main character.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he's like a
Really
villain or anything,
dope.
but I think it would be hilarious. It's because like everybody in the first one was, or the second one, very confusing. it was like polar opposites of themselves, right?
Yeah.
So I really think it'd be funny if another character came in where it's like the exact same as them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if we just shaved your head, you would look exactly like this character.
I really liked Welcome to the Jungle. Actually, I was really, really surprised. It's
Holy
stupid,
shit.
but it's funny.
Everybody
And
was so good in
It was so self-aware. Everyone, as I said, like everyone knew what the film was at the end of the day. Like, but I'm worried. I did look at it too. I was like, you know what, that may make it. But
What's it going to be? That's what
that's
I'm
the
worried
thing.
about.
Is like, is it going to be as self-aware this time, or is it going to be like,
or is it self-aware again and it just doesn't work?
Yeah. So that's why I didn't put it on, because as I said, like Jumanji 2 was pleasantly surprising. I enjoyed it. I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh god, really, The Rock and Kevin Hart in Jumanji, and it worked. It really did actually work.
The only issue I have with that movie is at the end.
The ending was a little bit. Reese Darby too. I love Reese Darby.
No. For me, I don't give a shit if you're in love with that girl or not, man. How do you not stay in a world where you can be The Rock for the rest of your life?
You've said this before, yeah.
And also be with, is it Gillian Anderson? Or what's her name?
That was Karen Gillan.
Karen Gillan.
Gillian Anderson's from X.
Gorgeous. Like, I would be, if I could be in a world where I'm The Rock and I could be with Karen Gillan, what are you doing, man? Fucking
You
idiot.
your priorities all wrong.
Come on.
Well, it's like the famous philosophical question: if you could go in a pleasure tank for the rest of your life,
A pleasure
a
tank?
pleasure tank, so all everything's like pleasurable for the rest of your life.
Am I The Rock in this pleasure tank?
Well, I guess it's your.
Then yes, I would do it.
desires, but you're always living in a fake reality.
I'm in.
Okay.
Nah, maybe not. Maybe when I'm older.
And the whole thing was like, oh, would you do it because like, you know? Anyway, we're going to
Yeah, I'll just say one more thing too. I thought for sure one character was going to stay in the world, just because to set up a sequel, it would have worked. But
That was also one of the best Jack Black roles in a while.
so good.
It's like he was having fun.
So many
He was-
dick jokes for
Yeah.
a kids movie too.
Yeah, that's true.
So good. But yeah, just I'm curious about that. And I needed a Rock movie on this list, and I have another one, but he's not like as featured in it. So
Is it the?
we'll get to it. We'll get
Emily
to it.
Blunt.
What's your
Disney
next?
movie? Okay.
Oh no, not Jungle Cruise. I don't think that's. I think it's coming out 2020.
Oh, is it? Okay. Anyway, mine was. Let's go back. Oh, Zombieland 2. The sequel we didn't know we wanted until it came out. I was like, actually, no, that's. I'm intrigued.
I've been rewatching Zombieland.
I would
now.
rewatch
It's
for
really good.
Halloween. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's still funny. Still holds up. I don't know what else I really want to say about it though.
Yeah, nothing. For me, it was just on there because it's Zombieland too. and it's like,
Exactly.
cool.
That's literally it. Like, yeah, didn't know I wanted it until it came out. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
actually, yeah, I'm cool with that.
We'll jump to mine then. Detective Pikachu.
That
That looks fucking cool. I feel like it's gonna suck, but I feel like the
it's
trailer
gonna
was
suck
enough to
too.
make me want to go see it.
It
It was a fun trailer. It was a cool it was a cool way to
Who
introduce
framed
it.
Roger Rabbit, but just for Pikachu.
Never saw Roger Rabbit, so can't compare. But just for me, I just thought when they announced it, I thought it was stupid, and then I did a trailer. I'm like, you know what? It works for me. Like if you want to make a world where Pokemon exist and they're not like captured in fucking Pokeballs, which is weird. I don't know.
You should watch that before you see Detective Pikachu.
I feel like it's going to be better than that because Roger Rabbit came out in what the fucking
What's wrong with Roger
80s?
90s.
Yeah, no, it's going to suck.
I liked Roger Rabbit.
All I know is that
It was creepy. It was
Jessica,
creepy.
or whatever that chick is, that hot chick, that everybody wanted to bang.
Jessica Rabbit.
Is that her name in the?
Yeah, the cartoon.
What the fuck's Roger Rabbit then?
The man.
Isn't it a live action movie?
It's
but
live
it's
action
combined?
animated, yeah.
Oh, so the man is dating a cartoon character in the movie?
No, Roger Rabbit's a cartoon. Jessica Rabbit's also a cartoon.
Okay, but
There's the main.
so are they related?
No, they're married, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Roger Rabbit's banging that chick?
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Roger Rabbit is like Bugs Bunny, basically. But anyway, yeah. I think you should watch that before you watch Detective Pikachu.
I'm not going to do that. And then you had one more, right? Was it
Toy
Toy
Story
Story 4?
Again,
We
like
talked.
I think we've mentioned it. I don't know there's much more I have to say.
I
It's
like the concept that if you put like eyes on a spoon, it becomes sentient. That's the whole idea, right?
Sorry, what?
Did you not see the trailer?
No, I refuse to watch the trailer.
Oh, like there's nothing about the movie, but it just shows all the characters
Right.
like in a slow line, and they're like jumping or whatever.
I thought
And then
there's
there's
a very different thing, like eyes on the spoon.
dude, there's a
sentient.
spoon that has eyes and like crazy coil, kind of like furry coil. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
arms or whatever, and it's just like, I shouldn't be here. I'm not a toy. So I think the whole concept is that like, what constitutes a toy?
Hear about that, yeah.
Yeah, what makes something a toy?
That
it's
feels
like,
a very existential crisis.
I
Kill
feel
me.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
want to be alive.
but also I feel
So much
like,
pain.
oh, you know what? I feel like there's a great once that movie comes out. I feel like there's a sketch that we should do instantly, where it's like, what constitutes a toy? Like, if you play with something, is it a toy?
Sex
It's all
toys
about a
come to
dick.
life.
Or yeah, that too. Or your penis.
Yeah, really.
My dick's real.
He's alive.
Every time you're asleep,
He's a
your
real
dick just
boy.
becomes real. That's why you get like
Wet dreams.
wet dreams or morning wood. It's like when
Yeah.
you're asleep, you got a dick because all your toys are talking to your dick, and that's why you don't get it when you're older because you don't have toys. Boom! Just made a movie.
You do get morning glory when you're older.
Well, it's less common.
Right.
Boom! I just wrote Seth Rogen's new Sausage Party movie.
That's
Anyway,
I used to
so-
say better, but yeah.
So I'll end with mine, which is fighting with my family. The movie about Paige.
Oh, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the trailer for that?
No, I didn't know she was in the movie. Is
Nick
Paige
Frost is in it.
Nick Frost is in it.
He plays her dad, and so is the girl from Game of Thrones. The Cersei, not is it Cersei?
Yeah.
The chick who gets shamed.
Yeah,
she's
Cersei.
she's in it.
What's her real name?
Her
Lena Headey.
yeah, her and Nick Frost are the parents. Paige, I can't remember.
She's a
I think she's a
wrestler,
wrestler
right?
or an
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
wrestler.
yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy.
And The Rock's in it. He's like her mentor in the movie, which I think is bullshit. But it looks funny. I'll show you a trailer later.
She's from. She's not far from where I'm from.
Yeah, you mentioned that. But it just looks. It's a cool story. Looks funny.
Yeah.
There's a really funny scene. I won't say it because I'll show you the trailer. I'll see if I'm curious to see how you think of the movie.
Right.
But there's a really funny one with like brothers and sisters fighting each other, and I don't know. Like it's got The Rock, so boom, it's already perfect.
Paige is retired now, right?
She's a GM right now. They made her retire from wrestling
because she's injured.
Yeah,
Because
neck
injured.
issues. Yeah, but I could see her
Not because
leaving.
of the leaked images.
Oh God, no! They didn't even
They
give a
didn't
shit about
think,
that.
yeah.
No, they pretended like it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's
Which is the best way to do it.
That's the English way of doing it. Just brush it the leg and pretend it didn't happen.
Fans tried
Stiff
to
upper
like
lip and all that.
fans tried to like get it going, like chants and shit, but it died pretty quickly. Man, nobody like
No one cares.
no, everybody was probably like dope. Like these are pretty. I don't know if you saw everything. I didn't see everything.
Oh God, don't do that wink.
I wouldn't watch that.
I wish that was on camera. That wink.
I didn't wink. Shut up. But yeah, no, it just seems fun. But yeah, like we'll say right from the get go though, that is not my number one most anticipated movie.
No.
I'm not most anticipated for Fighting for My Family, but I'm anticipated for it.
So
Endgame would be my number one.
okay, so your number one is Endgame. Mine is going to be the one I start off with, The Irishman, just because
Scorsese,
Scorsese, the cast.
Pesci, yeah.
But I still got that bit of caution, and I don't know why. Because
Did you see Silence?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was like it was deep. I liked it.
Yeah.
But I didn't love it. It wasn't like I don't know.
I feel like it's hard to make like a Goodfellas nowadays,
Yeah.
especially after Gotti.
Yeah.
I feel like that ruined gangster movies for everybody.
I mean, I want to. What I would like to see is another like Snatch, Lock, Stock 2, Smoking Barrels.
Never seen either.
Guy
of those.
Ritchie come back to do a gangster movie. We're going off topic.
Surprised nobody, neither of us mentioned Lion King or Aladdin, because I don't give a
Purposely.
fuck about those at all.
Same here.
And like the trailers for those, like,
It's a shot for shot remake.
and it's just but live action.
It's
cool.
just to market to the kids of nowadays. It's not
And all these
horror.
people are like, it's gonna be so good. Like it's just
It's
the
just
same
the
fucking
Lion
thing.
King, which is Hamlet.
Just remake Lion King with that cast. You're good to go.
But it is. They did bring James Earl
That's all it
Jones
is, yeah.
back.
Oh no, I mean with like Gambino and Rogan and Eichner and shit. Yeah, no, those are our top.
I really don't care about Lion King, and I'm going to say it now. Like,
Oh, I don't give a shit about Lion King or Aladdin.
Yeah.
Neither of those. Like, I was never a kid who cared about like all these kids. Are like, those are my childhood. I mean, I watched those movies as a kid, but like I was watching like my childhood is like Adam Sandler movies.
Right.
Like I'm sure younger than that, but I don't remember that. When I remember watching movies, I was rewatching Adam Sandler movies all day. I wasn't rewatching Aladdin and Pocahontas and all these fucking movies. I didn't give a shit about
Lord of
those.
the Rings, Star Wars, and James Bond.
Well, that's Lord of the Rings. Was what 2000. I'm talking about young. Like
Oh, well,
I was probably like 7 watching
Homeward Bound, Incredible Journey,
Mighty Ducks.
which is now being pretty much
Still
remade
Disney,
into.
but
Well, Dog's Purpose is basically
Yeah.
Homeward Bound, but just with one dog instead of 2 and a cat.
yeah. But yeah, I just don't like. For me, those movies, they're not my childhood. I don't care about
I
it.
remember I loved Lion King as a kid, and I think that's why he do it. It's to make money.
I only have one memory of Lion King 2, and I remember watching it at school, and the kid beside me just came back to school after he had chicken pox,
Right.
and you could still see his chicken pox.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if they were actually gone, and I already had chicken pox before, but I didn't know you couldn't get them again.
Right.
And he was sitting beside me. I'm like, I'm gonna get chicken pox. That's my only memory of Lion King 2. I don't remember the movie.
Cool.
I just remember we watched it. We watched it that day, and I was too focused on worrying about getting chicken pox again.
Right. I think Jeremy Irons' Scar was perfect as well. But whatever.
But yeah, those are so anticipated, but also just movies. Kind of also just movies that are coming out in 2019.
What's coming out 2019?
Yeah.
At
But
this point.
some we are obviously more excited for. Some we don't really give a shit about. But
Yeah.
some we need more to go on.
Exactly. Like this thing with the Irishman, I'm saying it now, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, it could really be disappointing when you see it in like a trailer for it in a couple of months' time.
For sure. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, cool.
Thanks for listening, and
Peace.
have a good 2019, I guess.
Yes. Very nice.
Very nice. Part
Or
2 coming
never.
2020.